Vehicle cargo, arguably one of the best businesses you can do by yourself. What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys everything you guys need to know about vehicle cargo. And before I get into this video, I just want to say, please subscribe for more content like this. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so before I get into this video, I will say that this video is divided into different parts, and if you guys want to see the timestamps, they are in the description down below. So first off, how and where do you buy a vehicle warehouse? To buy one, you have to own a CO office and then go on your computer in your CO office, okay? And once you get on your computer, open it up and then click on vehicle cargo. Okay, that's where you buy a vehicle warehouse. Now you're probably wondering what is the cheapest and best locations for a vehicle warehouse. The cheapest one is La Mesa Warehouse. It's not the best though. La Mesa Warehouse is surrounded by gang activity, so your car will get shot up, and damage to your car matters. You'll see in the rest of this video. The best location will be Merita Heights. Okay, that's the best one because on the map it's right next to two major freeways. Okay, and freeways matter for vehicle cargo. You'll see why in the rest of this video. Okay, basically speed matters. It'll save you a lot more time. Okay, buying the most expensive one, it'll save you a lot more time. Okay, but those are the two best locations that you should be looking for. For this next segment, we'll be talking about how to make money from your vehicle warehouse and how all that stuff works. It's pretty simple, but let's get straight into it. So all in all, in order to make money from your nightclub, what you do is you steal the vehicle, store it in your vehicle warehouse, and then after sell it. But that's just the basics, and if you want to know more, keep watching. But in order to steal a vehicle, you need to use your CO office or a terabyte. You cannot source from your vehicle warehouse. Okay, so use your CO office or your terabyte. Both options are good. The CO office lets you use a helicopter and then go to the location that you need to go to, right? Or you can use the terabyte. The terabyte is also good because the terabyte you can park right in front of your vehicle warehouse and start another mission right away. Right, so that's good too. The terabyte is also good because you get to do a lot of other missions too than just vehicle cargo. Okay, so that's good too, and I recommend buying a terabyte if you guys can. But that's how you guys source a vehicle. Okay, and when sourcing or stealing vehicles, if you guys want to do it a lot quicker, you guys can watch my video on how to teleport in GTA Online, so you guys can do it a lot quicker. Okay, you guys can teleport during missions too. The link is in my description. It shows you guys how to teleport during these missions, so you guys can do them a lot quicker. Okay, but when you are stealing vehicles, you have 3 vehicle types to steal from. So you have low range or standard range, mid range, and top range. Those 3 types. Okay, the low range pays 30k, the mid range pays 50k, and the top range pays 80k, being the most. And with the top range being the highest paid vehicle types, that is actually the hardest one to source. So low range will be the easiest, and then top range will be the hardest. Mainly because enemies come after you and shoot you, and that matters because the more damage you take to your car, the more you have to pay when you go turn it into your vehicle warehouse. And that is the most annoying part. So when you're stealing vehicles, here's my tip to you. When you guys find your car, get in it, and then drive down the road a little bit. After that, some enemies will spawn. Exactly 3 waves will spawn of enemies. Get out and then get away from your car because they are not aiming for your car, they're aiming for you. So get out, get away from your car, and then kill those 3 waves. After those 3 waves are done, you can get in and then go, and you'll be safe, and no more enemies will spawn, and it's only going to be 3 waves. And always make sure you get away from your car when those enemies are spawning in because they're always aiming for you. And so if the bullets go past you to your car, that's damage onto the car, which then you'll have to pay when you turn it into the warehouse. So to recap, once you guys get to your vehicle cargo, drive down the road a little bit and then get out and then get away from your car and then take out exactly 3 waves of enemies, and then you'll be good to go. But don't worry, that's not for every single mission because there are some missions where you just steal it and then drive it back to your warehouse. But there are some cases where some missions are actually really hard and enemies will come after you, but there's some easy missions and some hard missions you just don't even know. But in case enemies spawn, that's what you do. For this next segment, I want to show you guys what is a better method of stealing cars and driving them back to your guys' warehouse. Okay, because driving them from the hills and back is going to get kind of annoying, right? So instead, buy the cargo bob. That's going to be probably your best friend for vehicle cargo too. And especially when this is double money, this is going to be your best friend. But just know, this is going to be best for 2 people because one person drives and steals the car, and another person gets in the cargo bob and picks you up. You could do a solo, but solo, you have to call in a cargo bob and then drive to it and then drive to the vehicle cargo. It gives you 2 trips instead of making 1 trip straight to the car and then one friend goes straight to the cargo bob, right? Get the cargo bob, it'll save you guys a lot of time. Okay? And the best part about a cargo bob, if you go high enough, the enemies on the ground can't shoot you. So pick it up with the cargo bob and then dip. and then you'll be good. And another really good purchase to help you guys out with these missions, because they are kind of annoying, is to get the scramjet. Okay, scramjet is the best because not only does it have a boost to help you get to the cargo, right, but it also has missiles to help you take out enemies, and it lets you use your personal weapons. And that matters because you don't want to use your missiles on the vehicle cargo and explode it, right? You want to use your personal weapons to kill the driver in the vehicle cargo, or, you know, kill guys around the vehicle cargo so you don't, you know, destroy or damage the car, right? So that's why the scramjet is going to be your best purchase too. The scramjet and cargo bob, they are the best for vehicle cargo. But just know, for vehicle cargo, there isn't only one type of mission. Some missions of a vehicle would be parked there, you just steal it. Some missions you'll have to kill the driver of the vehicle cargo and then steal it, so you can't damage it that much, right? And some missions, there'll be cops on you right when you take it. Also, there's missions too where there's a timer on your guys' car, and it's a bomb, and once you guys hit the timer, it's gonna explode if you go under a certain speed limit. There's that one too. That one's really annoying. But just know, for vehicle cargo, there isn't only one type of mission. Okay, there's a lot of missions. So, but scramjet and cargo bob will be your two best to handle all the missions the easiest. Okay, all right, for this next segment we will talk about selling, all about selling, because obviously you want to make your money. You're not doing this for no money, right? So in order to sell, you can only sell from your vehicle warehouse and not from your CEO office or terabyte. Okay, so it's just the same as special cargo. Special cargo, you can only sell from your special cargo warehouse, not anything else. Okay, so that's how vehicle cargo works. Okay, also, if you guys want a complete guide on the terabyte, you guys can watch that. It's down in my description down below. Okay, check that out. I talk about everything about the terabyte. If you guys want to buy the terabyte, because if you're a grinder like me, buy the terabyte. Okay, and also watch that video too. The video tells you everything about the terabyte and what's worth it, what's not worth it. It's everything about it. All right, check that out. Okay, so anyways, when you are selling, you only want to sell top range vehicles. Okay, first off, it makes you the most amount of money, and you'll see why later in this video. When you find the vehicle that you want to sell, any top range vehicle, okay, you'll have to modify it. Okay, it doesn't matter how you modify it, just mod it out however you want to, make it look cool however you want to. And then after that, once you start the sell mission, there'll be 4 waves of enemies that attack you while you are selling. Don't go driving past them and getting shot at. What you do is this: you go and park your vehicle on the sidewalk, okay, where the enemies are spawning at, pretty much. Okay, so instead of wasting about 5k, you only waste about $100 or 0 if you do it, you know, in a smart way, and you know exactly where the enemies spawn. If you're new to selling in vehicle cargo, you won't know where they spawn. But basically, if you drive about 0.20 miles or 0.30 miles ahead of your vehicle cargo, it will start spawning enemies. Okay, so just know that. But then what you do is you park your vehicle on the sidewalk, and then you get out and then get away from your vehicle and pull out a minigun or your favorite gun and just kill the enemies. Okay, that's what you do, pretty much. As simple as that. Okay, and same thing with your friends. If you have friends to do it with, tell your friends, park on the sidewalk, get out, get a minigun, and then shoot them. Okay, as simple as that. And you pretty much do that every single time you sell. Okay, and if you look in the bottom right, the commission is what you make. The total market value is what the vehicle is worth on the online website in GTA. Okay, that's all that means. So you don't make the total market value. If you could, that'd be awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but you don't make the total market value. You make the commission. Okay, so whatever the commission says, that's what you'll make. The market value is just what the price is on the online website for like Legendary Motorsports or Southern San Andreas. Okay, but yeah, during your sell mission, always park your car on the sidewalk and never in the center of the street, because there is traffic, and I'll guarantee you that the traffic will crash into you guys' car. They don't care. They get scared after one shot. So once you start shooting, everybody starts going wild. So put your cars in the sidewalk and not in the center of the street. Okay, also after you are done selling, there will be a cooldown too. Okay, so just know that. So that gives you time to go and source more vehicles until the cooldown is done. Okay, for this next segment, which will actually be your best segment that you guys will listen to, this will be how to only source top range vehicles so you make 100k or more per sale. Okay, so you can source only top range, and there's a way to do it. So remember when I said to only sell top range vehicles? Yeah, so what you do is you fill up your low range and your mid range. Okay, fill both those up. Once both of them are full, you'll notice that you're only sourcing top range. Okay, so keep it that way. Make sure you fill up your low range and mid range, and after you fill it up, the game will purposely make you only source top range, and you want that to happen because top range, remember, it gives you the most amount of money. You can get 80k profit from it. So fill up your low range and mid range, and you can only source top range. And then what happens is you just keep selling top range, and you only sell top range, and you make the most amount of money every single time. Instead of selling low range and mid range, you only sell top range. So that's the way that you guys gotta do it. Okay, but here's a tip. Some people don't know this, that when you sell your top range, let's say you have 5 top range, make sure you sell all of your top range before sourcing again. The reason why that matters is because let's say you have 5 top range and you only sell 1 and you have 4 left. For some reason, the game makes you source a low range or a mid range. I'm not sure why, don't ask me, but that's what the game does. Apparently, when you sell all of your top range and then try sourcing again, the game will let you source a top range. It's weird, I know, but it happens to me all the time, and it still does, okay? And it's random. You don't know when it's gonna happen, but you'll source, and it tells you to go source a low range, and that's because you didn't get rid of all your top range. So you have to get rid of all your top range, go sell them. Yes, you will have to wait the cooldown timer every single time, but that's how you guys do it. Always sell all of your top range first before sourcing again. So if you guys have to, go do something else, but that's how you guys do it. Next up, we have special vehicles. One thing that people tend to forget is that the special cargo warehouse is the only spot where special vehicles can get stored at. So like your Phantom Wedge and Ram Buggy, those 2 really fun vehicles that you like to use. Yeah. So if you want to buy those 2 vehicles, you need to buy a vehicle warehouse. Okay, so this is where all of your vehicles get stored. Okay, and they can't get stored anywhere else. This is the only spot for them. And also, if you want to call them, it's not through the mechanic, it's only through interaction menu. Okay, open interaction menu and then go to vehicles and then scroll down a little bit, and there they are, special vehicles. Okay, so that's the cool thing about the special cargo warehouse, is that that's the only spot where special vehicles can be stored at. So buy that if you like using the Phantom Wedge, which is really fun. You know, I mean, who doesn't like that? So also, another thing to add on about selling is collections. This is something that's overlooked by players mainly because it's just inconvenient. So nobody really does these. But if you do them, it won't be bad. It's going to really benefit you too if you can do these. The main thing is, the reason why it's inconvenient is because you need a specific amount of players when you are selling. So it's not going to be only 1 player. It could be 2 players or it could be 3 players. And so you really need a certain amount of players because the collections, you have to sell all 3 or both of them at the same time, not separately. That's the thing. So you need a certain amount of players every single time. So you really don't know what you're going to get pretty much. And these collections, they're different too every time. So once you sell one, another one pops up, but you don't know if it's going to be 3 players or 4 players or 2 players. So if it's 4 players, you're going to need 4 people to help you with that collection. Right, so that's the thing. So it's just kind of inconvenient, and it tells you need that certain car in that collection. You can't just grab a certain car. You can't just grab your own car and put in the collection. The game says you need this certain car. If you don't have this certain car, you cannot sell the collection. So even if like you have all cars but you're missing one, that means you can't sell that 4 collection car and make the max profit. And the other thing is that these are really good because they give you a fat bonus on top of these. So they're hard to sell, but when you do sell them, you make a lot from these, okay? And especially when it's double money, these will make you a lot of money if you can sell these, okay? Definitely grind these out whenever you guys get the chance. If you guys have friends, definitely grind these out, okay? But that is all for this video, guys. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. The thing is with the vehicle cargo is that when you guys keep doing it over and over again, then it all just becomes muscle memory and you guys know how to do it, okay? It's pretty simple. It's just a little bit to explain, but that's it. Yeah, if you guys like this video, please do drop a like. And if you guys want to see more, please subscribe. But I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.